During my senior year of college at Cornell University, I decided to go against the grain, and I decided to apply for a teaching fellowship, Teach for America. I got in, and now I currently serve as a teacher as part of the Baltimore 2015 Corps, and I teach at William Pendy Hughes Elementary, which is conveniently located across the street from the old Father Charles A. Hall Catholic School building.
Jeremy was in the first class of fifth graders that I taught at Father Charles Hall. He was a good student. It was obvious.
When looking back at my educational career, I decided that I was a beneficiary of a lot of assistance, help, hard work, and I looked and said, what can I do to actually give that to some other students? Not just work at an after-school program, but what can I do to actually try to change the landscape of education here in Baltimore City? So I decided to become a first grade teacher. Part of my drive and what brings me back to my school every day is the fact that someone did this for me, whether it was indirectly, through money, through time, through allowing me to even come to school at such a young age. They invested in me. Why can't I do something? It's a 2-year commitment. Why can't I give 2 years of my life, no matter how hard it may be, to try to help another student, even if it's only one student? I teach 26 students right now. If I can get 1 or 2 students on the path to success, why not do that?
When Jeremy told me that he was coming back to Baltimore to teach, I was very happy because I always taught Jeremy, when people help you, you help them. And so he decided to come back to give back.
When I take away and I look at my time at Father Charles, it's very reflective of the things my mom was teaching me at home. But they definitely taught me that it's important to be involved with activities outside of school because school's only for a certain amount of hours every day.
The environment that I experienced in Father Charles Hall, which is where I spent 8 years teaching, was peaceful. You felt the peace when you entered that building. You felt what the Archdiocese called its teachers. You felt yourself a minister. We were called a teaching ministry.
The golden rule was a big thing at our school. You talked about treating others the way you wanted to be treated. The Catholicism behind it kind of gave us the idea that this is how we treat one another. This is how we hold ourselves to a high standard when we speak to adults, to one another. But I do think that that Catholic education and the fact that all of our teachers knew how to speak to us and how to help us develop a way of speaking that was very reflective of the Catholic religion.
Teachers made Jeremy feel as though he could do anything if he tried. And Jeremy always did his best. He studied hard, he gave it his all. He always followed through in whatever he did.
The Catholic schools, I think, foster the idea that God gave you skills to fine-tune, and that's why you're in school.
I've never forgotten that people have helped me along my journey, so that's part of the reason why I'm back in Baltimore now, teaching and trying to be reciprocal of the blessing that I received when I was so young. One day I hope to be a donor so that I can see children that deserve the chance to have a quality education in Baltimore succeed not only while they're in school, but in the future.